What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to be doing a flash tutorial on how to make the Rasen-Shuriken from Naruto Shippuden. So, this is what it'll look like in the end, relatively. So let's get started. New. So, first off, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make the twirly bits. And that's the fan part, so, or the wings, or whatever you want to call them. Arms on the windmill, whatever. Okay, so what we're going to do first is let's get our green line. So we turn it over here. Let's just make a cross. And let's make sure this cross is even. So we're just going to go select that line, copy, and paste. And we're going to twirl. Nope. Twirl that line until it's. There we go. So we got an even, Steven, lemon squeezer, whatever. So we got a perfect cross. So now what we're going to want to do is let's make a new layer so they're not on top of each other. Because these are just guides. That's all they are. These are only guides. And we're going to want to make a circle right smack dab in the middle of it. So, as if it's the Rasengan in the middle of the Rasen-Shuriken. So the way we do that, we can either just make it like that, or to have a perfect circle, we just press shift and it'll make a perfect circle. See, I can't misshape it or whatnot. So we're gonna want about this big. Ah, no! Okay, there we go. And we're gonna want to put that little white dot right there, or this one, so we can't put this, right in the cross. Okay, so these are just our guides, that's it. So what we're going to do is now we're going to make our windmill. So let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, we got a nice guide here. Okay, so with these guides, they're not completely done yet. We're going to want to curve them. So we're going to want to make an S shape. So we got one S shape. And if you want, we could do this again. You don't have to do this. And you just pretty much select that whole line and copy paste. And then return it again. Make sure it's a little uneven this time. So try to get in the middle as possible. There, now we got a windmill shuriken. So those are our guides. So let's make those windmill wings a little bit thicker. So just go about halfway. Oh. So let's make those windmills just a little bit thicker. So we're going to change the color. So we're going to be on a new layer. Just go here. Go about halfway down each line. Pretty much just going to want to follow the guide as much as you can. Try to get that guide right in between those wheels, okay? Or those wings. Kind of right in the middle. About halfway. Okay, we're going to go this way. And I'm going to speed up this process because we get it. Okay, so we have our windmill. If something doesn't look right or one of the things is different than the other, just, use your free transform tool and mess with it until you get it where you want it. But it's going to be blurred and everything in the future, so you won't really see the inconsistencies. The guides are pretty much making sure that all of them are the same length, and that's pretty much what matters. So, you see this, and we can turn it now. Now you see that these do not line up with the circle, which we want them to do. So make sure this little white circle is right in the middle, and it'll follow the circle a lot better, as you can see. Those angles are following the circle a lot better, and that's what we want. Okay. So we don't, we don't want, we don't need these guides anymore. So we're just going to get rid of them. Just delete the layer. And then we're going to fill this in. Make sure it's filled in. And then we're going to get rid of these lines. So you just go to the line color and click this red. And boom. Get rid of all your lines. Then what we're going to do, we're going to have it selected. Right click. Convert to symbol. Name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it windmill. Okay. And now we can't see it, but it's a symbol. So what we're going to do to see it, we're going to go to Modify, Document, Background Color. We're just going to make it green. Woo! Now look at that, it's appeared. And you could change that back. It changes the background of the whole animation. So yeah, make sure you go back and change it to whatever color you need it to be when you export it. So we're going to double click on the symbol. We're going to go into it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to right click again and convert to symbol. Okay. We're going to go, I'm going to name mine windmill 2. Okay. We'll go into it again. And then we're going to tween it. Okay, so we want it to go fast, so convert. So we're only gonna go about 2 frames up, and we're gonna extend that. Insert frame and create classic tween. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna select the last one, and we are going to tween this. I like to tween it so the blades are about halfway in between each other. That way it's not going way too fast that you can't tell what's happening. And we're going to want to go all the way around. Wait a minute. You're going to want to go all the way around. And you should have about a perfect loop. If you go all the way, what I like to do is remove frame. Put this one at the end. That way it's a perfect loop. So, but then you just convert this one to keyframe, because that's the next one in the thing, and remove frame. So that way the next frame would be this one, so it loops perfectly. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to go back 1, and now that we have a spinning windmill, the Rasen-Shuriken, unless you're going from top view, does not look like this. It's usually sideways, like this one. So what you're going to want to do is just free transform, pull it. There we go. Now it's sideways. You can just adjust it however you want, but okay. One second. Shut the fuck up. Okay, once you have that done, go up here, test movie, make sure it's all spinning right. And it is. See? Nice Rasen-Shuriken. Now there's even more ways to improve it, but we're going to keep it simple for now. Okay, so we got our windmill, but it's not quite done yet. It is missing something. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into it again. We have our frames. Okay. So go back. Copy. So we're gonna copy this. Copy. Or cut it, whatever, and then just undo it and then paste it again. Okay. Now get rid of the top or hide the top one and go to this one, and then you're gonna right click and duplicate symbol. And it'll usually put windmill to copy, so that'll be fine. And just go okay. Then we hide that one and go back to this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a technique that really isn't used a lot in beginner flashers, but definitely comes in handy later on. So we're gonna create a new layer. And we're just gonna scribble. Hey, we're gonna scribble. This just adds a texture to the Rasen-Shuriken, and I like how it looks. So what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna get our paintbrush tool in a circular motion. Now I chose a dark blue on accident. I meant to choose a lighter blue. So if you do that, oops, that's enough. Choose a lighter blue and just go as light as you can. But you don't want to go too light or it'll disappear. So you just keep going for about 5-6 frames. Just random. Doesn't have to be consistent at all. It just makes an illusion of circular motion, and you just do it. So I'm gonna speed this up for 1 second. Okay, so we got all of our scribbles. Oh, look, it's all random and whatnot. It actually looks like it's going with the Rasen-Shuriken, which is, I would think, an eye trick or some illusion, but, okay. So now for the magic part. What we're going to go to is layer 1, where the wings are. We're going to right click, select mask. What happened? Now all of our scribbles are showing. See that? Ain't that cool? Now you could probably guess why we created a duplicate layer of the windmill. And that's so we can have this. Control test movie in Flash Professional. And as you can see, the texture is now there. Okay. But definitely not done yet. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to blur the top layer. We're going to actually do both, but that's too much. You really only want to go in one direction. So this is usually a direction best for the Rasen. As you can see, it goes past the thing. That's fine. It creates a speed blur. And then this, we want to do the same thing. But this one, we're going to add a glow first. And we're just going to add a white glow. This one you want to keep even. Because it's the glow, it's not the blur yet. Increase it. This you could adjust however you want. As you can see, it already looks like a Rasen-Shuriken even more now. And then we're going to want to add a blur. And this one will be a direction. Slight one. But. And then we go to test roof, professional. Oh, it did not look pretty. That looks like a pretty Rasen-Shuriken to me, don't it? Okay. Now, we are going to go back because we are pretty much done with the windmill part. And now we're going to bring this to the top. Now, you can see this is a little bit big. So we're just going to make it smaller. A little bigger. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to convert this into a symbol. The Rasengan. Now, this technique can be used for the regular Rasengan. As you can see, you'll see why. It's very similar to how we did the windmill part. So we got this. So let's fill it. We're going to use a gradient. So go over here, solid color, radical gradient. And again, you can experiment this if you're doing the QB, chakra Rasengan or anything. You could change the colors to red or anything, but we're doing regular Rasengan. So we're gonna go with middle pretty much white, darker blue, white, darker blue. So, like that. So we got a nice little, see? Yeah, look nice. And then you go over here to the free transform tool, click the little black arrow that's right in the corner, and you go to gradient transform tool. This way we can edit our gradient, make it bigger or whatnot, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be necessary. I like how it was. So we go, and you guess we're going to select it. With the free put it back to free transform, select it, get rid of your lines. Now that looks pretty, but we're not done. So what you do, you're going to go up here, and we're going to we're going to copy this, we're going to paste, and we're going to block that layer, and we're gonna convert to symbol. Yay, again, we're gonna convert to symbol again. And then Rasen 2. Okay. And this is, I know if you've seen the Rasengan, you've seen the little spirals in it. So we're gonna do the exact same thing as we did to the windmill. So, except this one isn't moving. But it will look like it soon. But we're going to do several different colors. So first off, we're going to start with a light blue. So pretty much all the basis for is zoom in, so because you want your lines to be thin. So. Or it kind of looks like the Rasengan, huh? Don't worry. And if you're having trouble seeing it, just do that. So you can still have your outline, but there we go. Okay. I'm gonna do it again. So I'm just gonna create some, just do it again. Different directions, different swirls. Because you know the Rasengan was created by twirling chakra in many different directions. So, right. Don't double frame. It'll ruin the effect. Because it's supposed to be fast. But, okay. Now it looks stupid now, right? But so did the windmill. So you just... I'm not speeding this one up because there's more I need to show. So. Okay. And then one more. So yeah, this part you just go crazy with your pen. Or your mouse, whatever you're using. All the information will be, all the stuff I'm using will be in the description. But I am using a Wacom Cintiq 21 UX. Okay, so we got one layer done. Now we're going to create another one. Okay. Remove. I'm just going to convert to blank keyframes. And we're going to go with the slider darker color. So we're going to go with this one. And rinse and repeat. So yeah, that other one's just a base. Oh, so now you can see that it's going in a bunch of different directions, and that's exactly what this part is for. It took me a long time to learn how to make the Rasengan in Flash, and I actually never got it, to be honest, until a recent animation I did for a collab, which will be out, I think, sometime this month, where I actually did the Rasen-Shuriken, and that's how I came up with this tutorial, because it was actually a lot of trial and error, and I'm like, that'd be cool if other people knew how to do this. So that's here's the second layer of the Rasengan. And we're going to do one more layer. And that'll be the darkest one. Again, not a complete blue, just darker. That's not dark enough. That one. And you just do it again. Not as much this time. Just a little bit. Just to get some depth. And you see all this white space in there, that'll be covered by the base. Okay. And then you just, let's see. And you just select them all, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Actually, you don't have to. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not like the windmill, and you could just do this because the base isn't moving. As you can see, it's all covered. And again, we're going to go here, and we're going to go mask. Now, as you can see, it's only doing the first layer. So all you do is you drag these up. And so they're part of it. And there you go. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. And now, control test scene. And as you can see, we have a little Rasengan right there. Looks all nice. Okay. So, and again, you could make this look a little bit better by like fluctuating the base by tweening it to different, or shape tweening it to different colors. So I don't see why not, so let's do that. So just let's convert the symbol Rasen base. Okay, so we're just gonna do this, and we're just gonna tween a little bit. So we're just gonna convert the keyframe, and we're gonna shape tween. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna gradient. And we're pretty much just going to move this stuff back. Okay. And then we're going to copy this one and put it at the front. So you see it's fluctuating. And we're gonna get rid of that one, move that, move that, move that, move that. And then white's gonna be, it's gonna be white again. This doesn't matter, because it's not moving, so you won't have to redo the top one, because it really is totally different. And that one's the back. So pretty much the back one is always the front one when it comes to this. Boom. So yeah, there you go. So you got a nice fluctuating background. Let's go back. And now we're gonna edit a little bit. Unlike the Rasen-Shuriken, you can just edit it out here. You don't have to edit it. So again, we're gonna do the directional blur. As you can see, that's way 5 is too much. So that's the wrong way. I'm just gonna go about 4. 4 is good, as you can see. And then we are going to go to glow. We're gonna add a white glow. You might want to like switch these two because it does make a difference. Let's see how it looks. Whoa, it's a Rasen-Shuriken, but it does not look quite like we want it to. So what we're going to want to do... But as you can see, you saw what I talked about with the Rasengan. The Rasengan is a little bit too wide, so let's see what this looks like. And that looks a lot better. So that's a tutorial on how to make the Rasen-Shuriken in Flash. There's several other things that you can add, like, for example, with this one, I added, as you can see, this one has a lot more layers. I added some wind around it. It didn't make much of a difference. I added these. I added extensions. So it makes it look like it's cutting more. But yeah, experiment. You could stylize it however you want, but that's basically how you do it. Subscribe for more tutorials in the future. New animations coming, 2 new animations coming this month. And a new special surprise that will be starting next month in January, hopefully. 2 new surprises in January, so we'll see how that happens. If you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr, you'll probably have already heard of those 2 surprises, so head over there, and if you're not, and like or follow, depending on what side it is, and enjoy your day and have fun flashing. Next tutorial will be about Sasuke Susanoo, so stay tuned.